What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Untitled Chapter. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? It is time to continue episode 208 of the weekly show. I probably shouldn't be saying it's weekly because, you know me, I delay shit and, and it's already... What day of the week is it already? Shit, it's Thursday. Either way, due to the technical difficulties that I was having at the end of the last half of the video, I decided to do the videos in its own thing. So we're going to be taking a look at the PokéMoN presentation that was this last week or was this earlier this week? I can't remember. It all runs together for me. And then the Sony State of Play, which I know that was last week. So we're starting off with the PokéMoN presentation, and I know there's three things that are really shown here. We get a look at PokéMon Snap, a new updates on the new PokéMon Snap for the Switch, which, gotta say, I'm interested in. I remember playing PokéMon Snap on my N64 way back when I was a kid. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do with this game, bringing into a new generation and all that. Mix that with how much PokéMon there has been since I was, that young. Because, I mean, what was that, early 2000s? Yeah, it had to have been the early 2000s, because if I remember correctly, yeah, my sister was alive. Yeah, she was born in 99, so, yeah. So, yeah, it would have been early 2000s that I was playing Pokemon Snap as a kid. The other thing was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are getting a Switch port. From any of the screenshots I've seen, I'm not super impressed, because I was expecting something kind of like what they did with... Was it Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Was that what they were called? When Gen 3 got ported over to the DS, those looked really cool. Really, the way Diamond and Pearl looks on the Switch looks honestly worse than something like Sun and Moon did on the DS. I mean, from, again, the screenshots I've seen, it looks really weak, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe seeing this presentation will change my mind, but offhand, that's what it looks like to me. And then there's something else shown. It was like Pokemon Legends or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what it is, so we'll see as we get into this. So let's hit play and get going. Oh, thank God. There's sound.
1996.
Red, green, cable, trade, trading card, anime, movie, blue, yellow, N64 transfer pack, 3D battle,
Pokemon Stadium.
light, top, step counter, rumble pack, pinball,
Oh, I remember that game.
camera, snap,
I remember Pokemon Pinball. I remember having that.
1999.
Gold, silver. Evolution. Trading card. Anime. Crystal. Mobile adapter.
Jeez, I was...
Panel puzzle.
Hard for me to think. I was playing Well, no... Because I'm not sure if the... Because, again, I can't remember way back then, because, again, like, when it said 96 was the original cup of Pokemon, and I was 2. I was born in 94. So... It's been a long, it's been a long ass time. I believe. I'm trying to think. Did they follow the usual method where it releases in Japan first, then gets brought over to the U.S., or is it or do they? You know what? I'm going to Google that and pop in a second with that answer. But I'll sit here and riff while I'm Googling. God, man, hard to believe I was that young when Pokemon first became a thing. Like, it's weird to me that give me a second, I'm typing. Yeah, no, this is groundbreaking content. Yeah, this proves I do everything live. Oh, did the original Pokemon games. Alright. Released in 96 in Japan. Released worldwide. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the Switch. Not. When did it release outside of Japan? Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, Red and Blue came out in 98 in the US. Okay, so yeah, I remember playing Pokemon on my Game Boy way back in that day. Although I think I played Pokemon Yellow, which came out a little bit after. So yeah, I was really, yeah, these are the Japanese release dates. So yeah, hard to believe, man, that Pokemon's been out in a big part of the culture for that long, almost the entirety of my life. Sorry, I had to figure out some years there. I had to remember, I'm like, how old do I need to feel right now?
Gaming device. Skateboard. Block puzzle.
Yeah, some of these, I'm guessing they are,
Battle.
2002.
Ruby, Sapphire, Cable.
what's this saying? Some of these, I have a feeling, are strictly Japanese release games.
Fire red, leaf green, emerald, wireless adapter. Race,
E-reader plus.
TV show, expansion card, paint.
Streaming.
2006.
Diamond Pearl. USB link. Global trade. Trading card. Animated. Platinum.
Gold, Soul Silver, Sprint. Transfer. Walk together. QR coin. Arcade cabinet. Trio battle. 2010.
black, white, rotation battle. Trading card, anime,
It keeps going back to the anime.
Digital gift.
black 2, white 2,
Community site.
online card battle, typing, toy battle,
AR database.
2013.
XY.
mega evolution, trading card, anime,
Omega Ruby.
alpha sapphire,
Cuteness contest.
Yeah, it was Omega Ruby Alpha. Okay. I was making sure I had Alpha and Omega on the right titles.
Arcade fight.
Board game. Shuffle puzzle.
Location AR.
gotcha,
2016.
sun, moon,
SIFU.
trading card, anime,
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
let's go Pikachu,
Ball controller.
ball trainers,
Trainers.
textile, customized shop, detective,
Live action film. 2019.
solo ship, wild area, Gigantamax, trading card, remote battle,
You know, this is maybe a weird point I'm about to bring up, or a weird thing to bring up. Yeah, is anyone getting a little tired with every generation of Pokemon? They have to find like some like weird new hook. I mean, it's with the Dynamaxing, and it was the Ultra Evolutions and the weird X's whatever moves from Sun and Moon. I can't remember, were they Z moves or whatever the flip they were. It just, I don't know. I feel like it's a little. It was a little much. It's just. Can't we just have a Pokemon game without these like weird hooks. And like I get it. Each Pokemon game has kind of like a different theme. Again, you know, I believe. God damn it, I'm getting my generations flipped around, but you know, I know there was one that was heavily based on like France and all that, like the big main series. Was that Black and White? No, it wasn't Black and White. Was it XY? Or was it? No, it was Platinum. Platinum had the big, had the like the Paris city, didn't it? I a lot of those generations on the DS, because I didn't play the DS generations. I took a big break in the franchise around then, so I'm. You know, those all kind of run together for me. But, you know, I like, that's enough of a hook. I don't need, like, the Mega Evolutions, and I don't need no, wait. Again, I'm keep doing this. Mega Evolutions and the Paris one were the same game, weren't they? Because that was the one where you had, like, 9 rivals. Either way, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can have just enough of a hook with the world. Like, I actually liked how in Sword and Shield it was being sold as, you know, Pokemon battles are in these, like, big stadiums and, you know, there's crowds and fans, like, it's your professional sports. That was enough. I was sold on that idea. And now, but instead we have Dynamaxing and all this shit, which we didn't need, in my opinion. I don't know. Weird rant there. Hey, my Joy-Cons do that without having to press any buttons or anything, because, you know, mine are broken.
Hello everyone, I'm Ishihara from the PokéMoN Company. February 27th is the date Pokémon Red and Pokémon Green were released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokémon series. An astounding 25 years have passed since the Pokémon series was born. We've shared so much with you over the past 25 years, through our games, but also through so many other mediums, thanks to the support you've all shown us. Thank you, each and every one of you. Today, Mr. Utsunomiya will introduce our latest updates.
Hello there, my name is Utsunomiya from the PokéMoN Company. First, I'd like to give you the latest update on the new PokéMon Snap game. We've put together a video that will show you some of the gameplay. Please have a look.
Yeah, I know the voiceover's a little cheesy, but I don't want to read subtitles, so we're watching it in English.
Welcome to the world of new Pokemon Snap. This is the Lentil region. You'll ride.
What? Whoa! Time out! Did you say lentil? Is that a kind of bean? I'll take dumbest region name for Pokemon ever.
Through the jungle, across the desert, and even under the sea to research Pokemon in their natural habitats. And of course, you won't be alone. Professor Mirror, who's doing research in the Lentil region, and research team members Rita and Phil are there to support you, so you're in good hands. Now then, let's get that research started. By watching wild Pokemon, you can discover behaviors and expressions that are rarely seen. Look, a surfing Alolan Raichu. And there's Vaporeon. Let's try throwing it a fluff fruit. That's it. Now's our chance. Oh, it's Tyranitar. What a wild way to eat. Here's a park at night. Let's try playing a melody. Oh, that sure made Hoot Hoot happy. You'll also have Illumina orbs, something the professor invented. If you use one of these, you can make any Pokemon glow. Whoa! Those flames changed color! Make good use of your tools to take shots that really stand out. Then,
Okay, so far, not really any different from the original. Again, I'm kind of going off my memory because it's been so long since I played Pokemon Snap. But really, not that different. Not that it has to be, because actually, kind of one of the nice things about Pokemon Snap is that it's a really relaxing game, kind of seeing the Pokemon out goofing around, throwing things at them. I do hope this game explains shit a little bit more, like, exactly like what items would kind of get like certain kinds of responses. Like, not exactly handhold me to the point where it says do X and you always get Y, but guide me a little bit more, because I think the original didn't really do a lot of that. Maybe I'm misremembering, but all in all, I'm even though it's still pretty much the same thing, I'm still way on board.
show the photos you took to the professor. Oh, 4 stars! We captured a rare moment there. Catch a variety of different behaviors on camera to fill up your Pokemon photo decks. And there's more! You'll be able to edit the photos you've taken.
I'm sure some people would have fun with that.
Use
I
features
won't,
like
but
stickers and frames to
that's
make
me.
your favorite photos even more special. And I'm sure you'll want to show off your best photos, right? We know that feeling well. When you want to do that, it's time to go online. You can share your favorite photos and check out photos from around the world. And if your photo becomes popular, it might even be featured and get more attention. Seeing something like that may inspire you to go back and take even more photos. We're getting closer to the start of your adventure. Unexplored islands and plenty of Pokemon await in the Lentil region, so make sure you're prepared. Whoa! Is that the mythical Pokemon Celebi? Get ready! The Lentil region is waiting for you!
Alright, so holy shit, that's right around the corner. That's next month, isn't it? It took me a second to go, wait a minute, there's 30 months, and yeah, I get it, I'm an American, shut up. Yeah, I'm totally on board with this game. It's like I said, it's very similar to the originals, but to the original game. But I'm all on board. It also looks like there might be like kind of a story mode, maybe, like because we're seeing shots of like a new professor and these research assistants, and so it looks like maybe there will be a little bit of a narrative. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not hoping for a full blown expansive narrative, but just like a little something to kind of like take me from location to location to keep taking pictures and whatnot.
What did you think? I hope you're looking forward to the game's release on April 30th. Next, I'd like to tell you about several events we're holding to celebrate Pokemon Day. In the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games, special max raid battles featuring Gigantamax Pikachu are underway. And in Pokemon Cafe Mix, we're holding a promotion in which you can receive 2,500 golden acorns for logging in. In Pokemon Go, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and even Mewtwo are appearing in legendary raid battles as part of a Kanto-themed celebration event. In Pokemon Masters EX, Galar Region Champion Leon and his partner Pokemon Charizard will arrive at last. We hope you'll enjoy these events. Next, I'd like to present the latest news about the Pokemon video game series. Have a look at this video.
See, even these models. I mean, like, this isn't super impressive to me. It kind of looks like that artwork that they did for, what, like Link's Awakening and whatnot, which I was never a big fan of. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's cutesy and everything, and it's a big, like, callback to for a lot of people. But this is a game that came out in, what, mid-2000s? And this is your remaster for it. Again, the Gen 3 remakes looked better, which I guess is my biggest irritation. And that was going from the Game Boy Advance to a DS. This is going from a DS game to something like the Switch, and this is what you give us? Really? It's almost like you didn't try. Yeah, and like I said, these models, like Shinx looks better in Sword and Shield. It almost looks like Pokemon Let's Go. There we go. Yeah. Which I own one of them. Do I own I think I own Let's Go Pikachu. Meh. Brilliant is a bit of a stretch, but whatever. I mean, I'll play them. I'm just... Like I said, in all the remakes of stuff that we've seen Pokemon do, which, if you want to say, this is the most blatant cash grab of any of them. Like I said, you want to say, oh, remastering anything, when you could just put the effort into making a new game. Yeah, cash grab, blah, blah, blah. Look, this is the most blatant one I've seen them do for all of these Pokemon remakes. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. If I'm being entirely honest.
This is a tale from a long, long time ago.
Okay, this is the third thing that I was talking about.
Only a vast wilderness. A certain village bustled with the comings and goings of people, while in the mountains and seas, Pokemon roamed as they pleased.
Sorry, when I said the other thing I was talking about, I said there was one other thing other than the Pokemon Snap update and the Diamond and Pearl remake. This one is kind of weird. So as far as I can tell, this is another full-blown open-world Pokemon game. If this is the Sinnoh region, this is the Diamond and Pearl region, is it not? I like the grass owl. I've always loved that thing.
I'm pleased to announce 2 new additions to the Pokemon video game series, both taking place in the Sinnoh region. First, I'd like to present the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games.
Okay, yeah, they're both Sinnoh. Alright.
Remakes of the Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version games, which were released for the Nintendo DS system in Japan 15 years ago.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games, remakes of the Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version games, which were released for the Nintendo DS system, are coming to Nintendo Switch. These games will be developed by Ilka Inc., who also worked on Pokemon Home. The project is being directed by Yuichi Ueda of Ilka, as well as Game Freak's Junichi Masuda, who was the director for the original Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version games. Your adventure will take place in the Sinnoh region. Rich in nature and with towering Mount Coronet at its heart, it is a land of many myths passed down through the ages. The sense of scale of the original game's towns and routes has been carefully preserved, and you'll be able to travel through familiar locations once again. You'll set out on your journey after choosing either Turtwig, Chimchar, or Piplup as your first.
I know this is a weird kind of correction to myself. When I was saying that, was Diamond and Pearl the one with the Paris-like city? No, that was the Unova region, wasn't it? That one was XY. Yeah, Unova was XY. That was the France-like one. Yeah, this is the one that had that was centered on the mountain. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, weird correction to myself, but I just had to walk you guys through me remembering what the hell's going on.
First partner Pokemon. In these games, you can enjoy a grand adventure together with all the Pokemon from Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version. Newcomers and previous visitors to the Sinnoh region alike can look forward to experiencing the original Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl stories, freshly recreated for Nintendo Switch.
Again, I get it. They wanted to do a faithful remake, and they wanted, all this stuff. But I still think that it's the look of it just really kind of turns me off. I don't know. I'll still play it. Hell, I'll probably play it on the channel. But still, just I don't know. Something about it.
What did you think? Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl will launch simultaneously around the world late this year.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the other one you showed us.
Nostalgic yet fresh adventure in the Sinnoh region. Next, allow me to introduce you to the Pokemon Legends Arceus game. Pokemon Legends Arceus represents a new approach for the Pokemon video game series. Development is in full swing at Game Freak with the aim to deliver a gaming experience that breaks new ground for the Pokemon series. Please have a look at this video.
The events of this game unfold in the Sinnoh of old. In this time, too, Mount Coronet towers over the center of the region. Pokemon live freely in the wild here, but
when I was seeing those old kind of wooden looking Pokeballs, and the old I'm trying to think that old school binding of the book and everything. I was really hoping that are they gonna bring back those oh fuck, what were they called? They were tactical, almost Fire Emblem games with Pokemon. You fought Nobunaga in them. Oh my god, I'm googling it right now. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. All I'm finding is shit with Pokemon Conquest. That's what it was. Yeah. I was almost thinking, are they gonna try and bring Pokemon Conquest to the Switch? God, everything I was finding was oh yeah, we almost had a Fire Emblem Pokemon crossover. I'm yeah, I know we didn't have that, but we had a Pokemon game that was Fire Emblem combat in Pokemon Conquest. It's a really weird game. I've seen LPs of it on YouTube. I was almost thinking, are we going to see a new version of that? Which I'd actually be on board for.
May be different from the Sinnoh region you remember. In this era, people have journeyed to Sinnoh from all over and founded a prosperous village in the hope of learning more about this land. As for these three Pokemon, Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott, It seems they were brought to Sinnoh by a certain professor who encountered them while traveling around various regions. You'll set off on your adventure after receiving a first partner Pokemon of your own from this professor. With the village as your base, you'll venture out to the different corners of the region on your quest to create Sinnoh's very first Pokedex. Even in this era, wild Pokemon can be caught with Pokeballs. You can also engage in Pokemon battles alongside your Pokemon allies. Sharpen your skills for both catching and battling Pokemon and strive to complete your Pokedex. Now for the mythical Pokemon that graces the game's title and story, Arceus.
Okay, I'm a little less interested in the mythical Pokemon, but I'm very curious. Are you catching Pokemon like without having to weaken them or anything? I don't know. I guess my biggest fear for this that it would get too close to Let's Go territory. If it's almost like another like open world Pokemon game, like it kind of took the wild, because it looks like it's sort of taking the wild area idea from Sword and Shield and just building upon it and really doing something cool with it. I am fully on board. I know I just said a bunch of buzzwords, but if they're building on it and it's in maybe actually giving a stealth element to it where you have to sneak around and sneak up on Pokemon. I mean, I still don't want to get rid of the turn-based battles and combat and weakening them and all that, because I mean that was my big thing with Let's Go, with the fact that you enter a battle with a wild Pokemon, it's just it basically turns into Pokemon Go, and I get it. Let's Go was to bridge the gap between Pokemon Go on the phone and Pokemon on the Switch, especially to get more people interested in Sword and Shield. I understand the marketing attempt with that, but I'm really hoping with this game that, again, this isn't just kind of like a Pokemon Light in a weird way, that it really is a full meaty Pokemon game where we actually can go out and pretty much play the Pokemon we know and love just in a new way. That's I think the best way I can put it.
Arceus. According to legend, Arceus shaped all there is in this world. But how is this Pokemon connected to your journey?
It's our father.
The answer to this question and more await you in this exciting new action RPG adventure for the Nintendo Switch system.
Oh my god, there's that shot. Oh my god. I gotta rewind it. And I'm not gonna use my keyboard because I'm a pleb. Watch this. Watch this and tell me this does not make you think of Breath of the Wild. It was I saw it on Twitter, and I can't unsee it whenever I see this shot. All in all, like I said, I have a few maybe reservations about Arceus, and maybe I'll have to see a little bit more of it. Also, the game looks a little rough, but my guess is it's still you know, we're seeing early builds and whatnot. It hasn't been touched up and polished and all that. But I mean, even then, it still looks fine. It looks good. I'm really interested in that game, probably more than anything else we've seen here. So,
Pokemon Legends Arceus will launch simultaneously around the world early next year. We hope you're all excited to set out on these adventures across the Sinnoh region, each one distinctly different from the other, with the wonderfully nostalgic Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl, as well as the Pokemon video game series' new journey, Pokemon Legends Arceus.
As Pokemon celebrates 25 years, we will continue to challenge ourselves and deliver new ways for everyone to enjoy Pokemon even more. Thank you very much for watching.
all right, yep, just credits for the rest of it. All right, you know, I gotta hand it to Nintendo. They're very to the point with a lot of their presentations. It's not a lot of hype. I don't want to say not hyperbole, but they don't beat around the bush. You know, it's basically, you know, gameplay footage. There's some narration over the gameplay footage to kind of give you kind of pique your interest, give you a little bit of what you're seeing there on screen. I like that. It's quick. It's to the point. It keeps it from just long periods of just sitting here looking at a guy giving us buzzwords, kind of like what happens when you listen to me. But all in all, I enjoyed the presentation. Like I said, it started strong. Snap gives me major nostalgia vibes. I'm super pumped for it. The Diamond Pearl remake, meh. I'll play it. You know, because I never really played Diamond and Pearl. But really, for that one, for me, it's just kind of, eh. You know, the game just it just, as far as, because I've seen so many better, in my opinion, visually. Let me start that sentence over. I've seen, from a visual aspect, I've seen so many better Pokemon remakes that, honestly, that just really does not fill me with a lot of excitement for the new Diamond and Pearl. But Arceus really looks interesting. Again, it looks like it still looks like the turn-based combat's there, so maybe we're going to be, you know, looking at it from a different angles. Interesting, seeing this different time period in the Pokemon world is really cool. Especially, I really like the design of like the new Pokeballs. I'm curious how traversing the world, because again, it looks like a big wild area again, but you know, like you're throwing Pokeballs out in the world, so do you not have to weaken enemies or Pokemon anymore? Or do you get like an advantage because you're sneaking up on them? You know, do you still have to damage them? Like I said, I'm just hoping it doesn't feel like a Pokemon on baby mode, kind of like what Let's Go is, and that it is still a very solid Pokemon game. I think that's what I'm still hoping for. All in all, I enjoyed this one. I don't really have much else to say. Let's move on to the Sony presentation. I'll pull that up in a second.
There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Shocking events that will change.
Oh yeah, more Crash Bandicoot, of course.
That last part might have been a hair dramatic, but there's lots of awesome updates and additions coming to the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time experience on PlayStation 5. Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the feature rundown on Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this fun.
Picking up where Crash Bandicoot Warp left off, in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, we find the evil masterminds Neocortex and Dr. Entropy escaping a once thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals. We designed Crash Bandicoot 4 to leap off your screen, brimming with bold, vibrant environments and characters.
Yeah, it just hurts my eyes.
It always looked pretty suave. But wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames per second. With the weight of the universe on your shoulders, and probably some errands to run, there's little time to wait on loading screens. The DualSense wireless controllers bring adaptive triggers to your fingertips, so you can feel the blast of Neocortex's DNA-changing ray gun, or feel the grip when you grapple a Tana's hookshot. Hold on tight when you feel the boost of Crash's jetboard, and really feel the suck when you vacuum his Dingodile. Looking to get fully immersed in the Crash Bandicoot universe? Crank it up to 11 and take your audio into an all-new dimension with enhanced 3D audio. Achieving the infamous 106% completion is the sign of a true Bandicoot master. But should our genetically mutated marsupial lose his way? Leverage PlayStation 5 activity cards to track your progress and hit your goals for things like time trials.
Okay, you know, I love that activity cards thing when you hit the when you hit the PlayStation button on the DualSense. It is one of the coolest features. Excuse me. Just bit my tongue. One of the coolest features on the PS5, that you can actually kind of track your trophies. You can see like what trophies are kind of available in the area that you are. You can kind of get, without having to go through a whole bunch of menus, you can quickly see, all right, well, here's this trophy that I still need, and this is the requirements for it, and this is what's going on. I really dig that feature. I know it seems like a minor thing, but you know, when I'm just goofing around, excuse me, looking for trophies and whatnot, I absolutely love the feature.
Flashback levels and boss fights.
If you can't tell, I really don't have a lot to say about this game because I've never been a Crash Bandicoot guy.
Save over from the PlayStation 4 and use the activity cards to get to 106%. Oh, and one more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details. Whether it's your first playthrough or your 100th, there's no better time to experience Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time on PlayStation 5.
Welcome back, Crash. The gang's all here on today's new edition of State of Play. We've got some great updates lined up for you. First, let's check out the latest on an eagerly anticipated game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
Hey everyone, we at Housemarque are excited to give you this sneak peek at Returnal. In Returnal, you will play as Celine, an Astra scout, who crash lands on an alien planet, Atropos, after receiving a mysterious signal, White Shadow. Players will explore this inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers and unfold mysteries, which may point to a larger force at play. Dashing and quickly maneuvering your way above and around enemies is key to survival in Returnal.
Okay, it kind of at first it looked very Dead Spacey to me. You know, kind of like gothic horror mixed with space. Well, I guess technically Dead Space is more Lovecraftian in a way, but whatever. We're splitting hairs there. But now that I'm watching combat, does anybody remember that? Jesus Christ, what was the game called? I can't remember. You were on like an ice planet. You're fighting bugs. You know, I for some reason I just said that and my brain just went to Starship Troopers, but that's the game. Is something? Yeah, I can't remember the game's title, and I've Googled enough in this video. Yeah, I can't think of it, but that's what this combat kind of reminds me of. I don't know why. Because if I remember correctly, the game I'm thinking of was a lot slower. It wasn't very dashing and all this, but just the visual style.
Unique movesets each possess, combat situations prove challenging no matter what the circumstances are. Death is only the beginning. Every time you die and restart, the world will change. The map will be different, enemies will appear in new locations and in differing numbers, so you have to think fast and adapt. Here you can see the use of the lightning alt-fire, which is great for crowd control. This is one of many alt-fires that you can acquire in the game.
Cool idea that the game kind of like changes as you go. Like, even after you die, it changes.
Mysterious devices that can grant rewards to the player. These will vary from weapons, consumables, and upgrades, and they can completely change your playstyle and make each cycle feel unique. Besides the intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and engaging narrative. We allow players to piece together the puzzle that is the story of Celine, as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
Okay, you know what? I really hate that idea. And I know a lot of people are big fans of the whole, it lets you piece shit together. It doesn't just come out and tell you things. It makes you piece together and figure out the story. Yeah, that works. It really can. There are some games that really works in. I mean, there are some games which, look, I'm not shy to say I love Death Stranding, and I have no idea what the fuck was going on in that narrative, but it worked for me. And then you have a game like Control that everybody has fallen all over. I didn't get it. I just lost interest in the game. I stopped the LP because honestly I had no interest in going back to it because the game made no sense. It felt like it was designed to make no sense, and everybody was just going, "Oh, well, it's supposed to not. It's supposed to be really hard to follow." I'm just like, "Oh, it's just not fun." You know, I mean, I guess Death Stranding was the same way, but it worked more in that game. I don't know if that's just me having my whole thing for Hideo Kojima and him being connected to it, so I was fine with it. Unlike Remedy with Control, I don't know, man. But when I hear people say, "Oh, well, lets you piece stuff together," that's a red flag in my mind, because that makes it sound like, oh, you don't want to write a narrative or whatever, or give us cutscenes, so you're just going to give us like little flashes and use the environment to tell us a story, and then everyone's going to go, oh, well, it's so cool, environmental storytelling, what Bloodborne and Dark Souls and everything, and I get it, there's a shitload of lore, and I don't want to hash that argument out, because I know there are tons of people who are big fans of those games, whatever. And I understand that environmental storytelling's a thing, but I'm also not going to say it's a rich, engaging narrative at the same time. It's interesting, but it's not like what The Witcher does with its sprawling story of all 3 games, or hell, even just one of them. It's just, yeah, I prefer cutscenes and stuff. And yes, having the player piece it together as you go, but also let the character piece it together as they go. I don't know. I hope what I'm saying makes sense.
That can't be here.
I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. There's no comfort here. No safe space. Exactly as I left it.
And then a PT monster comes down the stairs.
Returnal lands on April 30th, and it's developed by the talented team at Housemarque. Next, let's take a closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios. We're an indie developer based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer action game for PS4 where rival crews settle their scores with epic dodgeball battles. Knockout City is easy to pick up and play, but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1 face-off mode, you'll go head-to-head in a constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an opponent. A well-timed catch powers up the ball, making it easier to land a hit. Use trick shots to lob a ball over a ledge or hook it around a corner. Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a tough spot with a ball flying your way, a last-second dodge is the difference between getting knocked out and staying in the fight. Keep your wits about you and outplay your opponent to bring home a win. Let's jump into Team KO, our 3v3 mode. Teamwork makes the dream work in Knockout City. If your crew is outmatched, a well-coordinated team can still dominate. We're playing in Back Alley Brawl, a new map that you'll find in our upcoming crossplay beta. The special ball for this match is the Sniper Ball, which locks onto targets from far across the map and wham! You can take them out before they have a chance to react. Beyond special balls, each map features a unique mechanic. In Back Alley Brawl, you can hop into a tube and make a quick getaway or use them to sneak up on your opponents. Caught empty-handed? You can literally become the ball, a new weapon for your teammate. Or risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion. The team here at Velen has been obsessed with building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love your help in our final stretch of development. Rally your crew and sign up for our crossplay beta at knockoutcity.com to play early on PlayStation. See you soon, brawlers!
Okay, cute and all, and I think this is a good kind of place to bring up an interesting article I saw, and I want to say was Push Square, who it made an interesting point. Is there an issue with the way that Sony's been branding the state of play? I mean, yeah, I get it. This is a new game and whatever. I get it. You're trying to bring out like an indie developer, whatever. But at the end of the day, it kind of feels like you're just throwing shit in here to fill out 30 minutes. Like, ooh, it's a new this is a new PS4 game. Okay. and it's a little multiplayer dodgeball game. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. It's like I said, it's cute and all, but really, this is what you're going to show in your state of play and everything. Like, how much do we know about the New Horizon Zero Dawn? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be shown later in this. I don't actually know what's all shown in this state of play, but how much do we know about the New Horizon? You know, how much do we know about the new Spider-Man that Insomniac's working on? How much do we know about, you know, pick another like big exclusive. Show us more of those. You know, I'd rather it be 15 minutes and show 2 or 3 games that, you know, are like really big titles. Instead, they're spending time with this. It's weird in my opinion.
Time for something new. Here's your first look at an upcoming PS5 game from the team at Slow Clap.
Looks like a scene out of Old Boy. Okay.
That was the debut of SIFU, coming to the PS5 console later this year.
I mean, I'm on board and everything. Looks dope, but...
Epic new PS5 adventure from Heart Machine.
Alright. Nifty trailer. How about you talk to me about the game? Again, it's kind of the opposite of what I was talking about. What was so cool about the PokéMon presentation. They... Again, showed me some gameplay. They had somebody talking over it, kind of explaining what we're seeing. I feel like that's what State of Play has the opportunity to be, but instead I feel like it's just sizzle reel of trailer. Everything else is just, it's an, hey, here's post-launch content for whatever other game we're talking about. Or even if they do, like with what Returnal showed us, they showed us maybe 30 seconds of gameplay.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Preston, creative director of Heart Machine. You might know us as the team behind Hyperlight Drifter. Today, I'm here to show you the first peek at gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash.
Sorry, I don't think I played Hyperlight Drifter.
Stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity.
And you already lost me at platformer.
Known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path. You play as Ray, a daring Void Runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld. Ray is extremely agile, able to speed across the world with abilities akin to skating. On the ashen clouds, she can quickly cover great distances in our huge world. At its core, Solar Ash is a game about movement, and Ray has everything she needs to flow through the dangerous and unique world.
Really, it's a game about movement? It's a platformer. Of course it's about movement. It's like saying that life is about breathing.
As you journey to save your planet,
it's a really shitty joke, I'm sorry.
Face with grotesque and violent creatures. Our combat system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to empower players and encourage flow. As you explore the Ultra Void, enemy encounters will scale to greater and greater sizes. Some of these creatures require speed and precise timing to defeat. Ray will eventually need to face the massive sentinels of this void, wretched, starved beasts that hold the key to her quest. Solar Ash is Heart Machine's vision of the adventure platformer. The giant spaces, the feel of movement, the flow of combat, and the high-stakes battles atop enormous beasts all come together to bring players something we think is incredibly unique, and more importantly, fun. This game is a labor of love for everyone on the Heart Machine team. We're excited to bring Solar Ash to PS5 and PS4 later this year.
See, this is kind of what I was getting about with earlier about that whole concept of visual storytelling and everything. I'm gonna guess there's not gonna be a whole hell of a lot of dialogue. There's gonna be a whole lot of narrative. It's really gonna be, play it and figure it out yourself. Like even the big monsters gives me massive Shadow of the Colossus vibes. And everyone, oh my gosh, it's such a great game. I just never gotten into it because I felt like to beat all the giant colossuses, I'm not really sure the plural there. To beat them, I never felt like I got like a real narrative reward for it. It was just, it's all, well, you have to infer it. You have to look at the environment and read it. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to study a textbook. And I get it. I'm not saying you can't do anything smart in a video game, that subtlety isn't a thing, but there's a point where it's too subtle where, in my opinion, it's almost like you're trying to be so coy and artsy that you're like that you're doing it on purpose. You're doing it to not have to put a lot of work into creating this narrative, to let everyone kind of like figure shit out on their own and sell it to people like that. And then they're like, oh, it's so artsy and whatever. It's just how I feel about it. And again, like a game like this, it looks so style over substance. It looks like there's going to be so much just. It's fast moving, it's pretty colors and all this that you don't really notice. You're not really being told anything. There's not really a lot going on. That is my take. Got play, damn it.
If you're a fan of scary games, this next one is for you.
Resident Evil.
When I first found you,
never mind.
You were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now, you are more. Are you ready?
Oh, this is more Five Nights at Freddy bullshit, isn't it? Oh, okay. Already hard pass. Like, that's what I was thinking when I saw the bunny mask, but I was hoping it would be something else. But it's not.
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together. They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you. We have to get you out by morning.
Do as I say. You will bring me what I want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you burn!
Wait a minute. A couple questions here. So, that's a weird spelling of staff, but if they don't get out by morning, then what? Are their souls trapped for all eternity? Like, aren't they in, like, basically the equivalent of a Chuck E. Cheese? I've never played a Five Nights at Freddy's. I've always thought the concept was stupid. So I take it for so take my opinion for what you will here. But so what? By morning, aren't all the animatronics just go back to being animatronics and like they stop chasing you and hunting you? That's my first question. Second off, again, who is this Satan-like being? I didn't think these things had like a consciousness. I thought they were just hunting you because you're a person in food. Are they? I don't know. Consumed by demons? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Here than you realize.
That was a chilling new look at Five Nights at Freddy's security breach.
I'd put chilling in quotes, but whatever.
Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld Soulstorm.
Another game that we've seen before.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, creative director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
They've always known you would come. Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution, as you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful and eternally greedy Gluckins. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations. There are well over 1,000 fellow Mudokons that you must try to save along the way, but they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you. And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all.
My mouse. There it is. I love how when it says, oh, sometimes Abe will need them as he's running away from gunfire and they're getting shot behind him. I was like, yeah, as a bullet shield.
In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos. We wanted you to have the choice. But there is one iconic ability for our shamanic protagonist, Possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your foes and use their strengths and weapons against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead. The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought, patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things. It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming dark creatures, and industrial hazards that must be dodged, crossed, and avoided. Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There is a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way, and we can't wait to see what you will do.
Okay, I was about to say something, and then I was looking at this going, huh, that looks like a Dishonored. That's what that logo looks like to me. All right, look, I don't know a whole hell of a lot about Oddworld. I never played I've never played any of them. Or I guess the previous one, because this, I believe, is a sequel. And again, you know my statement on platformers. This one looks at least interesting. I'd catch an LP of it, but I'm probably not going to play it myself. But yeah, still, say words. At least they took the time to go into some of like the new features and stuff that you can do in this game. It looks really pretty. I love the visual style of it, but all in all, again,
that was the latest on
feel like we have more
Soulstorm. And here's some exciting news. Active PlayStation Plus members will get the PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. Moving on. It's time to catch up with Kena Bridge of Spirits, a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. I think this is one of the things that actually really caught my eye back then. I think it's been confirmed at a $40 release. if anybody was curious.
The rats seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy. But that power faded long ago. Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past. We must help these spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
It's okay. You have to go now. This land can be weird, but you cannot stay here, Spirit. You must move on.
Dude, I love this music.
Path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
Cool. Yeah, game looks dope. I love the music, the art. I mean, hell, it looks like a Pixar movie.
Cole.
What?
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never here. Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
This is Ramblin' Frank's Matinee. This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop. Colt, the visionaries are ready to dance. Are you?
Toxic illusion. Falling deeper.
I'm gonna lose my shit if this is just another trailer. I mean, look, the game looks awesome. I've been excited for Deathloop since we first saw it. What, like 4 years ago? How long has it been since we've first seen Deathloop? And we've gotten the concept that's kind of like a Groundhog Day, two assassins on this island fighting each other. Game sounds really cool. For the love of God, give us something other than a trailer. Give us some more, I don't know, gameplay explaining shit, or just give me a fucking release date. It didn't need to be a part of this presentation.
Static delusion. This is where we do or die. And I've been here before.
I'm also hoping it doesn't turn into just like a Dishonored ripoff.
Up against all the odds, and I'm the only one. Oh, I've been here before. It must be true. This is death.
Yeah, get a feeling this is gonna kind of feel like it's Dishonored in it with just more gun focus. Which, I mean, again, makes sense that it's before anyone says, well, yeah, it should look like Dishonored because it's from the same studio. I understand that.
Where you been hiding? Boy, do I got a bone to pick with you.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Did that gun say blam?
The kill is always new.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you motherfuckers are next.
So much style. That's awesome. For the love of God, just give me a release date. It's not even a new look.
How about a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
Cloud! Quickly! Barrett!
Give me a break!
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifa! Help me!
Come on, let's push it past the red line! Now it's my turn!
Alright, real quick, I just googled it. Yes, Deathloop does have a release date of May something. I think it said May 31st of 2021. Not sure if it just said that in the trailer and I was blinded by rage. But next question. If it's coming out that soon, why the fuck are you giving us another trailer in this presentation? Also, why are we seeing this? Because if I remember correctly, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is now free on the is this the announcement that it's free with PlayStation Plus, or that they're adding a new like side story or something to it? Just
Got your lethal force right here!
A touching reunion.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kusakabe.
Where's Cloud?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors. Cool. Should we say hi?
No, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle! Stop!
We gotta help.
No freaking way!
Boss!
Get wrecked!
You guys should probably get moving.
Got it.
Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do. But I'm not your sister.
There you are.
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
Now, let the hunt begin.
Get down here, Merc.
Oh, that's right. That's what this is. That's right. Integrate and all that. It's basically the next gen relaunch of the Final Fantasy VII remake. Yeah, plus they're adding in that chapter with Yuffie, and I just don't give a shit. Mostly because the Final Fantasy VII remake ended in such a way that I'm not interested in the sequel. I'll probably play it. Not really super interested in it. I know that sounds weird, but I'm mostly, if it wasn't for the channel after the way the remake ended and everything, I was just the remake started strong and then just, to me, just petered out by the end. It did the same thing the entire game, with some interesting moments, but it felt like it was just trying to run on nostalgia and looking pretty. But the story was just super slow. It felt like we never got anywhere. Look, watch my Final Fantasy VII LP if you want to hear my descent into madness throughout that entire game. But I don't know. I still think, going back to that Push Square article, Sony has a branding issue when it comes to the state of play. Look, all we're seeing is just, hey, it's still PS4 stuff. It's here. It's just, we're not seeing the next gen. We're not seeing stuff that's pushing forward. We're seeing updates for games we already knew about. I'm like, how many new games did we really find out about in this presentation? You know, here's another Deathloop ad, which, okay, great. You just showed me a trailer for a game I've known about for years. Oddworld. Okay, we got like a 30-second snippet of that from a developer explaining that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Show us Ghostwire Tokyo. Show us something else. Except we've been seeing games that we've been seeing for a while now, and I don't know. Overall, I'm really disappointed in the state of play. Really, I've been disappointed with a lot of the state of plays, if we're being entirely honest. That one dance sequence. Are they gonna fix one of my big issues with the game, that when you have these like big backdrops, a lot of the times it just looks like you're looking at a static flat picture. It took a beautiful game and made it kind of look like crap. Wait, you know what? I want to go back a second. This is the difficulty options. Okay. You know what? If you're gonna offer like a normal classic mode, set it back to turn-based. Like a legit turn-based game. I'm serious. I would actually go back and play it again if they offered that feature.
You see that?
That's how ninjas do it.
Yep.
And see, it's not even a, hey, you had the PS4 version, you get to the PS5 one, you still have to buy the Yuffie update. Yeah, that's a little gross to me, but whatever. Just all in, I mean, I don't know, I say gross, but at the same time, I've never, yeah, I don't know. Because on the one hand, I try not to bash companies, especially when they're asking for DLCs and everything, but again, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe this is just some of my bitterness of how just unimpressed I was with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Which, by the way, if you heard me mention it before, I believe it's right now free on PS Plus on PS4. At least I believe it is. Or at least I saw an article last night about it. I skimmed through. So, yeah. Again, just nah.
That was the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, coming to the PS5 console later this year. And that's our show. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Well, I mean, if that's all you have to show us for 2021, I'm a little disappointed. I know it's not all they're going to have for 2021. It focused a lot of early, on early stuff coming out within a month or so. But yeah, I'm just a little unenthused about State of Play. I think it should be, especially this early in the console's life, I think it should be focused on, like I said, stuff like Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghostwire Tokyo, and like big stuff that we know is on the docket for PlayStation. But just show us that stuff. Instead, it feels like they keep showing us stuff that we've seen a million times from them before, because we have. It feels like this State of Play could have been the last State of Play. Just that's all I really have to say about this one. I was really unenthused, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, that's going to about do it for the show, guys. Will there be a weekly show Sunday? Maybe. We'll probably cover some stuff on Sunday, maybe a few articles that I found interesting from this week, but so I'm stammering now because I'm trying to think. There was one other thing I wanted to say. If you're watching this on BitChute, I'm sorry uploads have been a little slow over there. The BitChute uploader is fighting me. It does this periodically where it doesn't matter what I upload, I can let it. It's like I can't set multiple things to process, because that gives me more trouble than when I just set one thing to process, and I've been sitting with like one thing to process for like a day and a half now. It's a whole fucking thing. It's fighting me. I haven't forgotten you guys, all that stuff. So, yeah, I think that's about all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Social media's in the description. Like, comment, you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned more next time. Until then, my name's AJ Gels. This is the Untitled Game channel. I'm out.